Machine Collector here, and today we are working on a piece of small engine equipment just like we always used to do on the channel. Going back to my roots today, this is a Honda EM650 generator. It's a 4-stroke 650 watt generator, as if that wasn't obvious enough. And right off the bat, I'm seeing some interesting little features on this thing. I've never even seen one of these in my life until now. So first thing is, it has a centimeter ruler up here. So this is actually in millimeters right here, this 50. But you can see it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 centimeters converted to 50 millimeters. Thought that was pretty interesting. And the other thing is you have a frequency gauge right here. And it has 60 and 50 hertz. So here in the United States, in Canada, and maybe Mexico, I'm not 100% sure on that, but at least the US and Canada, we run on 60 hertz 120, and in a lot of European countries, it is 50 hertz. Now, I don't know if there are countries running on 50 hertz 120, but I know most of them are usually 50 hertz 240 volts. But anyways, you have that, and then there's also a little light, at least I think it's a light, right here, and I would imagine it lights up the outlet so you can see it in the dark. Very interesting little features on this. I've never seen anything like that before. As well as the ruler up here. I've never seen anything like this either. But anyways, here is your fuel lever right here and your choke. It also, when you put on your choke, it forces the fuel lever on. That way you can't be stupid. So that was a funny little thing to see. There's also a oil warning light right here. I would imagine there's probably a red cover for that at some point in time, but it's long gone now. And yeah, I think that's all there really is to actually say about it in terms of features and stuff like that. You have your gas cap up here, which I haven't even looked in it yet. It's actually bone dry. Interesting. I do see some weird stuff going on in there, though, with the paint. I don't know why they painted the inside of a gas tank, but you can see there's some, like, bubbling or flaking or something happening in there. There's also, like, some flakes up here. Very interesting. Metal gas cap, nice and high quality right there. You have your oil fill down here, which we can check the oil right now. Yep, it's got oil in it. It's actually got too much oil in it. There's your battery charger, 12 volts right there. You can just kind of put bare wires on it, which actually is kind of convenient because a lot of generators have a proprietary connector right there. This one, nope. You just put bare wires on it if you want. There is the, what I would assume, the air filter right there. You can check that real quick. Maybe. There we go. Oh no. It just is, it's gone. Yep. Well, we'll need to get a new one of those, because that's no good. I would guess probably just backflow with gas and oil and stuff has deteriorated that completely. Well, that's no good. Just a foam filter, no pleated filter or anything. So we'll have to get a new one of those. Hopefully we can find one of those things. This is a very obscure generator. I've never seen one of these before. I've seen like 300 and 400 watt ones, but no 650s. So other than that, it looks pretty good. I'm gonna pull this cover off, obviously. There's your spark plug right there, and the exhaust is right there. No idea how loud this thing would be. It's a pretty small one, so I'd imagine it's actually kind of noisy, but I guess we'll find out when we get it running, right? So I guess I gotta pull a serial number on this, or model number or something, so we can get that air filter replaced, because that just kind of gave up on life. So yeah, I'm gonna get that on order real quick. It's getting late. It's Sunday night and I have to work tomorrow, so I'm just gonna have to kind of do things on the side. So we'll get that on order and then I'll start tearing this thing apart further and we'll see what exactly is going on. Obviously it doesn't run. That's why it's here. So, and this is not mine. I'm not going to be selling this like I usually did back in the day. I'm just going to fix it, get it going for my good neighbor up north. So, yeah, let's dig into this thing. Okay, so I got the air filter on order. Should be here possibly tomorrow or Wednesday. So, just checked for spark as well. It's like really hard to see in there, but it does have spark. And yeah, I think we just have to put gas in this thing and just see what happens. I'm curious to know if it just fires up because, like I say, I have no idea like what the actual case is with this thing. If it had gas in it and it just wouldn't run or what, because there is a brand new spark plug on this thing. Like brand new. Hasn't even ran once. So something tells me there's an issue with it somewhere, such as the carburetor, which would make perfect sense. So I'm probably going to just throw some carb cleaner down the intake and just see what happens, and we'll take it from there. We also got a really nasty thunderstorm coming in, probably about 20 to 10 minutes here, so we might end up losing power. If we do, we have a generator, and it's not going to power probably even this light because it's going to run for 2 seconds. Anyways, I'm going to put this on the ground, spray some carb cleaner in it, aka starting fluid. It's the exact same thing, and we'll see what happens. Oh yeah, look at those dark clouds over there. Can barely just see them rolling in. Haven't seen any lightning yet, but I'm sure we will in a few minutes here. So, all right, let's see what happens when we throw some starting fluid in this thing. Switch on. All right, let's see what happens. Okay, yeah, it'll run. So I decided to throw some regular gas in this thing just to see if it would do anything at all, and sure enough, it didn't. And later that night, I found out that this Jenny had been sitting for 21 years, which makes it the longest sitting piece of equipment I've ever touched. It used to run electricity on a sailboat, and the last time the sailboat was out on the water was 2003. So, yeah, there was no chance it was ever going to start. Especially since there was still gas, or what was left of it, in the carburetor float. I guess at that point, it's probably better off considered Thompson's water seal. There's a little carburetor right there. It's actually on rubber mounts too, which is kind of cool. So there's 2 screws on the side, by the looks of it anyway. I'm going to take the side cover off as well. That will give us slightly better access to everything, hopefully. That's the idea anyway. There we go, yeah. That'll make our lives a little bit easier. You can hear that rain hitting the door. That's fun. Okay, so we got our float bowl right there, which I think I'm going to have to take the whole carburetor out. It'll make it a lot easier to get to. Those look like 10 mil bolts holding that air filter housing on. 10. Wow, that rain is really coming down. So there's 2, you can't really see it, but the air filter housing has 2 10 mils on it. They're nuts, flange nuts, to be specific. If you ever wondered how I put everything back together without organizing stuff, I just watched the video, and that's how I know. sleeve that needs to go on there. Oh, it just inserts in there. Okay. So that can go over there. So now we have access to the carburetor, which is still being held on by something. Lots of stuff going on down here. Bunch of fuel lines and just everything else. I don't want to take the governor arm off because then you have to recalibrate that whole thing, which is not fun. Okay, so I got the carb off. It's very tiny. I had to pull the governor arm. Really did not want to do that. I don't like doing it because then you gotta mess with the alignment and all that junk, but really left me no choice, unfortunately. But it's off now, and now we can, oh, that looks great. Now we can pull the bowl off, see what's going on in there, blow it out, get it all nice and cleaned up, and reverse the process, and this thing should fire right up, being a Honda. So gonna get this off now. It's actually a Phillips, which is nice. Although I don't think it's gonna, yeah, no, it's not gonna play nice. So 10 mil it is. Unfortunately, I kind of broke the fuel line too, but it should still work okay. Yeah, there's some gunk in there. I got in an open cut. That feels great. So it's not even a flathead in there. It's literally just a little jet thing. So I guess I just have to spray some carb cleaner in there and blow it out. I think there's supposed to be a hole in the screw, and there isn't. It's so clogged up with junk. There is indeed a hole in that thing. You can just barely see it on the camera. Yeah, there you go. You can see the light passing through it. That is one of the smallest holes I've ever seen in my life. Even on a carburetor. That is a tiny, tiny hole, and it doesn't surprise me that it would clog up like it did. No idea if that hole is crucial or not, but we got it going. We got it being a hole again instead of a plugged up hole. Bowl has been cleaned out using the Carburetor Bowl Cleaner 5000, also known as a drill press with a wire brush on it. I'm gonna just wipe that down like that. Grab some paper towel. Gotta finish the job, of course, by hand instead of relying on that. Okay, there we go. It's all good. I'll just put it back on. This thing goes like this, which that has to be out that way. It's a specific orientation that it was in, like that, where the drain is right there and the inlet is right there. Screw that back on. Screw the float back on. 10 mil wrench. Hand tight, just like that. There you go. It's not perfect, but it's a generator and it's completely concealed, so you won't even see it anyway. As long as it runs, it is good enough for me and the owner. That's all he cares about. So, okay. So, let's start putting stuff back together now. Alright, should we try it without choke? I think so. Feeling lucky today. Give the fuel a second to fill the bowl, and alright, choke is going on. There we go, now we're getting some. Alright, so it's been about 24 hours since I originally started this thing for the first time, and as you saw, it runs like shit. So it would not run without choke. So that basically means it's running lean, especially when it's given throttle. So basically, here's how everything went. It ran like shit, so I pulled it off, went through everything again, pulled all these screws out, blew them out with carb cleaner and air, put everything back together, threw it back in, same thing again. It will not run without choke, so I pulled it apart again. And I said, screw it, I'm buying an ultrasonic cleaner, so that's exactly what I did today. I threw this thing in the USC with the heat on and like 6 to 8 minutes of just full-on cleaning with a very heavy-duty degreaser in there. That's what that green tint is. So in return, I got a very, very clean carburetor, and at this point I thought, well, this thing has gotten in areas that I either didn't know about or wasn't able to get to, like these holes right here. So put it back on, expected it to run perfectly at that point. No, it still will not run without the choke. I don't know at this point. I think this jet right here is too small, because when you give it throttle, it bogs down, and of course when you're giving it throttle, fuel's coming up through the emulsion tube, which the rate of fuel is controlled by that jet right there. And of course, as you remember, this hole is very, very, very small on this thing. So I think it is just not getting enough fuel through this jet or something. So what does that mean? Well, we gotta either drill this jet bigger or get a different jet for it, which they do make different jets for these things. But I'm inclined to just try a drill bit first and just gradually make it bigger and bigger until this thing starts to run correctly. That is the cheaper and simpler option. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get one of those wire gauge drill bit set things, which I should have gotten one of those like forever ago, but I never did. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to drill this jet bigger, and hopefully that fixes the problem. Hopefully we won't need to run this thing on almost full choke. It's like at 3/4 to like 7/8 of a choke, which is terrible. At that point, it's running horribly inefficiently, and it's unacceptable in my book. I'm not going to half-ass something like that, especially when I don't actually own this generator. So yeah, let's drill that jet bigger and just see what happens. Okay, so that worked. I got a little micro drill bit set from Harbor Freight for like $7. Put in the 1/2 millimeter drill bit in there, which is a 50, and it actually did have some gunk in there, so I just twisted it back and forth in there, and the hole definitely got bigger. So put it back in, and well, this thing runs perfect now. No choke or anything. You can see it runs at 60 hertz perfectly. So there you go. Running absolutely perfect. No skips or anything. Got the new air filter in there. The genuine Honda air filter. And that's it. So we just got a little bit of motor oil on that air filter, because that's how they're supposed to work. They use the oil to actually catch the particles, since it's just a foam element and not like a pleated, like you would see on most lawnmowers and stuff like that. So anyways, that's going to be it for this Honda EM650. Did check the oil in it. The oil is very fresh, nice and full, so don't need to mess with that at all. There you go. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you leave a like and comment as well. And that's all. See you guys next time.